What we're about to watch is a video of how fast things can go from 0 to 60 and how your life can literally change in just moments and seconds. This is a video, the uncensored video of Ryan Carson, and who was, from my understanding, an activist who was very active in the community of Brooklyn, well known. And in this video, he's sitting on a bench with his girlfriend, and they had just come back from a wedding. And before I continue, I think I'm going to play the video, or play at least a little bit of it. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show the entire thing for YouTube censorship purposes. But this is the uncensored video. I've seen it already. But for you guys, I'm going to play it again so that we get the full context of what it is that's happening. And then I'll go into my diatribe of what I have to say about it. Now, to give further context on this video, Ryan and his girlfriend are sitting there on the park bench. As I said before, they were just coming back from a wedding. And this, you can actually see the timestamp. This took place on October 2nd, and the timestamp in the video is 3:51, exactly when this stabbing takes place. And they've just come back from a wedding. They're waiting there at the bus stop. And for whatever reason, you see this 18-year-old kid come across the camera in black. He's got on a hoodie. This kid's name is Brian Dawson. He comes across the camera. He passes them. Now, at first, the media, from all the reports that I heard, the media would have you think that there was some type of interaction or something that was there. I didn't see or hear anything when he initially passed them sitting there on the bench, right? Maybe you guys did. If you did, let me know in the comments. But I didn't see anything that was said or an exchange that was made between either party, right? So he passes him. He goes up the sidewalk, and he's continuing on his way till he gets right about here, right? Let's see if we can back it up a little bit. Yeah, so he gets right about here, and when he stops, I think there's a moped or something there, some type of bike or something that he starts kicking and just bashing and vandalizing. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, before he had started that, Ryan and his girlfriend had gotten up from this bench, and they were headed in the same direction as that man. Now, I don't know. The media, again, will have you believe that they were following him or they confronted him, but that's not what I see here. My visual and what I processed from this was that it was wrong place, wrong time. Ryan and his girlfriend decided to get up for whatever reason in that moment. They decided to head that way. Maybe they were going to another bus stop. Maybe they were going to walk somewhere else and catch a bus from somewhere else. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they got up and they started heading in the direction of this young man. Now, I don't think that they were looking to chase him down. I don't think that they were looking to engage him in any type of talk or situation or anything like that. I just think it was a case of wrong place, wrong time. And within seconds of them making that decision to get up from that park bench, a life was lost. Within seconds, within mere seconds of him deciding to get up from this park bench, a life was lost because he goes up and you see him walking up there. And when he gets here, Brian asks him, "What are you looking at?" And off the bat, he threatens him. He says, "I'll kill you right now." And lo and behold, that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Now, this is the thing I don't understand, y'all. This is why I say the best method that 100% of the time is going to work is prevention. Prevention is going to work 1,000% of the time. 1,000% of the time, prevention is going to work. Now, had he had something hot on him, sure, maybe he could have put him down and stopped him as well. But before you even get to that point, prevention is the cure-all. If they had saw that happening and they had simply crossed the street and went up this other side of the street, I think that they could have potentially avoided what is about to happen in this video. However, unfortunately, they were not able to do that. And this idiot right here, this 18-year-old buffoon, decides that he's going to take out his anger. Now, the story is that he had just gotten into an argument with his girlfriend. He just got into an argument with his girlfriend, so he decides to storm out of the house. And I guess he's going to peruse and walk around in the streets of Brooklyn at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, my question is, why do you choose to go out and walk the streets of Brooklyn with a knife and a hoodie on? If it's me looking at this, that tells me that you were looking to get into something. You were looking for confrontation. You had allowed your anger to get to a point to where you decided that no matter what, if anybody looked at you or if anybody said anything, if anybody even blew wind in your direction, you were going to elevate that into a confrontation, into a physical altercation, right? And that's exactly what happened. This is why I say it's important, especially fathers when you have boys. I think it's very, very, very important to be able to taper and to teach your boys how to calm their anger. I don't think women have the ability to do that with their sons. I think that's a men's responsibility, if you have sons, to do that. Because if you don't, this is potentially what can happen, what can and will happen. Fathers are so very important. And he has his father in his life, Brian. From my understanding, I did look up his father. His father is active and he lives in the home with him. I don't know what kind of relationship that they have or that they had, but he did have an active father in his life. So that aside, this altercation was completely unwarranted and unprovoked. And it's unfortunate that in mere moments, man, in mere moments, you go from breathing, talking with your girlfriend, sitting down on a park bench, not a park bench, but at the bus stop, waiting on the bus. You're sitting there one moment, conversing, and then the next, you're gone. You are gone. By the time the authorities arrived on this scene, Ryan had already passed from his injuries. One of the stab wounds, from my understanding, he was stabbed 3 different times. And one of those stabbings pierced his heart, which caused him to bleed out. And effectively, that was the killing blow, right? And there was a little bit of drama after this because the female, Ryan's girlfriend in this video, was later asked to identify Brian in a lineup of pictures that she was shown, and she was unable to do so. She picked out the wrong suspect, right? So that was a little bit of drama that I'm sure that the defense team will lean on when they represent this clown in court. They're going to lean on that and hope for some type of defense. But it's over. Okay, it's over. They did go to his home. They found the black hoodie that he was wearing. They found the weapon that he used, the knife that he used, and it's over. We got you. We got the smoking gun. His life is over, as it should be. I hope he never sees the light of day again. Get this piece of gutter trash off the streets. We need more. We need more of these little people that like to think that they're really tough. I like to go around because in this video, the moment that Ryan ran away and tripped over that park bench, that was his end right there. That was his fate, unfortunately. You see him run. He goes to turn and run. However, because of the situation, he's unaware of his surroundings, and he trips over this park bench right here, and he falls. And that spelled his demise. And I saw a lot of people in the comments, and people were saying, they were talking about the girlfriend's response. They were saying, why is she just standing there so calmly after this, right? I'm going to show you the after footage, the aftermath of this altercation, because she is standing there very calmly. And I'll get to it in 1 second. This moment right here, she's standing there very calmly. But here's the thing we got to understand. Everybody's reaction to an event is different, right? We're all different creatures. One person's reaction is not going to be the same as somebody else's. Ryan, unfortunately, did not know how to correctly defend himself in this situation. And he did not have a gun on him either, right? He did not know how to correctly defend himself. Not that he should have had to, because you shouldn't have to worry about walking around and being assaulted with a knife for no reason. But my point is, Ryan was completely taken off guard. It was a moment of shock, right? And I'm assuming that that is the case for the girlfriend as well. It's a moment of complete shock. In the moment, you're in a moment of complete shock. You don't know what to do. And I'm sure there's all types of fear going on. There's fear there. Fear is setting in. You're in shock. You're totally taken off guard. You're alone on these streets. You don't see anybody else out there, so you don't know if there's going to be any help to come from anywhere, but you can't expect it because you don't see anybody. So I'm sure this young lady was experiencing all types of turmoil and stress and fear and under duress in this situation, which caused her to seize up, to freeze up, right? But this idiot is not done, because after Ryan is laying there, literally bleeding out, he comes back yelling at him. He kicks him and then spits in the girlfriend's face before walking off. And as he walks off, you will see his girlfriend come into the frame. She's right there. She's calling his name. I don't know what it was that he just threw at him.
Are you Go watch him. Go watch him.
That's the girlfriend right there. I'm pretty sure she didn't know it to the extent of what happened in this instance, because she's asking, "Are you okay?" No, he's not okay. He's literally dying. He's literally taking his last breaths right there. And that is the girlfriend. She comes into the screen, into the frame of the camera. Asks her, "Is he okay?" No, he's not. So she runs back off, and you hear her call Brian's name.
Brian! No, Brian! I'm going to call him.
She's calling his name in the distance, and he's saying, "What?" And ladies, oh boy, ladies, let me tell you something. The first time that you see anger of this magnitude and of this level, you gotta go. You gotta go. Because you're with a ticking time bomb. That is what Brian was. He was a ticking time bomb. And I hope that this piece of gutter trash is off the streets forever. I hope he never sees the light of day. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. All right. Unfortunately, Ryan did lose his life in this. I'm pretty sure that his girlfriend has been traumatized forever. They have started a GoFundMe, which I think last time I checked, they raised upwards of $60,000. But no amount of money can replace a life. I think we can all agree to that. No amount of money can replace a life. And my point here with this video is to live in the moment of your life. But be very cautious of your surroundings. Be very cautious of the way that you go about doing your daily tasks, because you never know when it is going to be your last moment. And to me, I know it's common in Brooklyn and New York to be out maybe on the streets at night and be out early in the morning like this, but this will never be me and my wife. We would never put ourselves in a situation to where we out here like this. And if I was out here, I'm going to have something on me. But this situation right here is a tragic case of just senseless violence. Senseless violence. Totally and completely unprovoked. And now, multiple lives have been affected and changed forever. Please, as you go about your daily lives, as you go about your daily tasks, please let your children know that every decision they make can be a life or death moment. Very crucial, because if Ryan and his girlfriend had decided to get up and then once they got here, cross the street, I don't know. He was in such an irate tirade that he probably would have followed them at that point. He probably would have followed them across the street. I don't know that. We never got a chance to find out. This is a tragic case. Tragic case. But I think it's incumbent upon fathers and men to teach your boys the importance of controlling their anger. You saw him in the video. I saw him in the video. Brian looked like he was crying and remorseful. It's too late. It's too late, dog. You done changed. You done changed not only your life, fuck your life. This man's life right here is gone. Could you imagine going to a wedding, right? Could you imagine someone coming to your wedding? Maybe it's your brother, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your nephew, maybe it's your cousin. And then you find out that night, that evening, when they left your wedding to go home, they were stabbed to death in the streets of Brooklyn like a piece of trash. Man. This is why I do what I do on this channel. It's not just about getting to the money. It's not just about your finances. I want to affect every area of life. I think every area of life should be touched on, because it's not just about getting to the money. You got to know, you got to have the character to sustain you. You have to develop the character to sustain you in this life. And if I can help in any type of way, then that's what I'm here for. It's not just about getting to the money. It's more important shit than that. You can get to a place where you can get to a place with your finances where your character will not sustain you. Rest in peace to that man.
Hold out for hope, tell them grab the rope, I can pull you out. Try not to hang yourself with it, let's go a different route. Pride is a sin we all give into. Had to pull your arm so hard you damn near split in two. You can lead a fool to water but won't drink. You can lay out clues and play the news and they won't think. Unnecessary, all of the evil that we up against these